Hello, Internet friends. I spent my weekend in Bend, Oregon. That's in Central Oregon. And here we are. We're just a little outside of Bend. I don't know, about 20 minutes or so in the next town. I think this is called Prineville. And look at that. That's the Facebook data center. Can you believe that? You can find that on the map. It shows it on Google Maps. And look at this. Facebook truck staging here. And do you see the cameras and the security? Really odd. Look how big that building is. It's a huge building. I wonder how much data Facebook has to hold, or how big the things are that hold the data. I don't know. Or is that just a whole bunch of thumb drives? Do they just have warehouses and warehouses of thumb drives with people's data on it? Just an insane thing. Anyway, so this place is huge, and it looks like it has its own substation. Oh, and then check this out. Do you see the rocks here? I thought at first that maybe this was some sort of like pretty design, but I think it's to keep a vehicle from attacking it. It reminds me of after September 11th when I went to a military installation and they had put those cement median barrier things in the driveway. So if you came off the street onto military property, when you go up to that first, I don't know if you've ever been to on a military base, but there was those cement median things. You had to zigzag around them to get to the to security to get checked in. And no, wasn't in the military. Somebody in my family was. Anyway, so here we are in the high desert just outside of Bend, Oregon. Oh, I loved it out there. Look how beautiful this sky is. It's just so blue. Where I'm at, it's just so dreary and gray all the time, and it rains. It's so depressing. I mean, I like the rain. You know, when it's all rainy and gray outside, you get so much done inside because you're not distracted. You know, sunshine is so distracting. All you want to do is just go outside and run around like you're, what's her face? Not Julia Child, the other one, the Sound of Music lady, and just, you know, run around with your arms open up and turn in circles and spin around and sing songs like, doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. I know I have a terrible singing voice. Anyway, so here we go again. Here's a Facebook data center, and there's high desert. Those are juniper trees. Anyway, so we're in Bend, Oregon. Oh, Bend is just such a beautiful place, and everybody is so white. Went to just a couple of places, and I only saw brown people a couple of times. It was just the most wonderful thing. So the first place I go was Fred Meyer to get a few groceries, and then the only Mexicans we saw were outside in a truck, and they were playing this really nasty, loud ghetto rap, and it just kept saying the N-word over and over and over and over again. It was just awful, awful thing to hear. And then I go inside, and everybody was so polite. I mean, people in Portland are polite, but people are stressed. People in the city are extremely stressed, and when we're in the grocery store, people make eye contact with you and they smile and they're so relaxed. And I noticed a lot of people were wearing crosses. Like I even saw a guy with a cross on his baseball cap. I thought that was pretty cool. And then we left the store and we went out to dinner. We went to a steakhouse. We went to one of those fancy places, you know, where you have to lift up your pinky when you drink your wine. And when we had our dinner and we were getting ready to leave, I looked around the place and just checked everybody out. Oh my gosh, I'd never been in a place where everybody was so attractive. I am just in awe how attractive everybody was, like healthy and slender, and they were just beautiful looking faces. And out here where I live, people are fat and slovenly and depressed and on medication. It's probably because of the gray weather. Who knows? But out here where I live, people just are so depressed and they don't take care of themselves. Like, I can't go out in public with makeup on and have my hair fixed. Oh God, I can't wear a dress. I mean, one time we went to the grocery store, I just stopped in to pick up something quick, and I had on high heels and a dress, and the cashier gave me his phone number. It's like, what the fuck? And then one time after, I had this one little office job, and I went there and I had a dress on, and I went to Burgerville to get something, and they treated me like I was the CEO, like I was all this important person. God, leave me alone, stop it. And I'm like average, you know. I mean, you know, Americans are dead sexy people. So I'm probably average. And then I went to this one restaurant where everybody was so beautiful, and I was just really nice to be around beautiful people, because I hate being the best looking one in a room. I mean, I like all the attention if I like the person giving me attention. I just don't like all the attention from strangers. It's so weird and awkward, especially if they're ugly. Why is it that the ugly short cashier guy has to give me his phone number? It's just so weird. Don't do it. I'm out of your league, honey. Anyway, let's see where else we went. Okay, so then the next day we went out to lunch. Gosh, I can't remember the name of this place, but it was wonderful. I swear, we had the best chicken fried steak. I love chicken fried steak, by the way. Tons of country gravy on it. It's so bad for me. But I love country fried steak. Or chicken fried steak and country gravy. I just absolutely love it. So we go in there and we see this huge Mexican family. I assume they were Mexican because they look like they were taller than your average Central American. And they spoke Spanish, and I said really loud under my breath. Well, I guess you can't say it loud and under your breath at the same time, but I said, gosh, she can't even bother to speak English. And I kept giving them nasty looks. And I was thinking, go back to your shithole country, you shitholers. My family would have murdered me if I would have said that out loud, so I just kept it to dirty looks. And then after that, we went to the thrift store. So the first thrift store I went to, the prices were incredibly high. And true to being white, I said under my breath, but just above under my breath, and not quite so loud that the windows would shake, I say, gosh, who prices this stuff? And then I hear the fella go, make me an offer, all offers considered. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm white. I do not haggle. Where did you get this idea that I wanted to haggle? I do not haggle. You set your stuff at a fair price, and I'll pay you whatever price you tell me to pay. If it's a fair price, if I think it's a fair price, I'll pay it. And I walked out of there. And we went to the next place. Oh, look at that. I stepped in mud. No, that's not the stinky mud. That's just regular mud. I even sniffed it to make sure I didn't step in any guano. Anyway, look, I put a little note there for you too. Anyway, so I go to the next place, and the prices were very fair, very reasonable for thrifting stuff. You know, it's just secondhand garbage. Anyway, so what did I put in there? I put in something in my pile of junk that I wanted to buy, and the lady's like, oh, do you want more of this? And I was like, okay, because I just didn't want to spend $1 million at the thrift store. We got a bunch of stuff. And she just like starts stuffing things in my bag. She'd even charge me. I love white people. I love being around white people. And then the next store I go to, the next thrift store we all go to, I get all my stuff. It's fairly priced. Ooh, and I even found this designer purse, Eric Javits. I loved it. It was such a beautiful purse. It's a $450 purse. I got it for $1,250. I'm pretty stoked. Anyway, so at the end, I got all my stuff. I go up to check out, and the cashier, she's like early 20s, and then she starts talking about how much she hates libtards. I don't even know how we got started on that conversation. I'm sure it was my fault completely. I'm probably the one that broke the ice on that. But she goes on and on and on about for 20 minutes about how much she hates libtards and how tired she is of being called a racist, a xenophobe, a bigot, the whole shebang. She's so tired of it. And then I had to stop her. And I said, did you want me to give you my phone number so I could help you hide a body if you strangle somebody? I wasn't quite sure what she was doing. So I think she just needed to vent and she needed some reassurance. So I gave her some reassurance. I said, somebody's going to snap. I'm sure of it. We've taken so much abuse for far too long. You know, we've been way too patient with these people. We should have snapped them down when they first started being abusive, because it just gave them the strength to gather together and abuse us even more. But anyway, so it's coming to a head. The tide is turning. Libtards are going to be put in their place pretty soon. I'm just waiting for the first few people to snap, and then we can all go snap. And then libtards will know that they're the minority. They will be put in their places, and it will be fabulous, and the world will be at peace again. Our only problem is these foreigners here, but you know, once the libtards have no more power, the foreigners are going to get really nervous and they'll probably start leaving. Anyway, so let's see here. So that was about it. I don't think, did I do anything else? No, I didn't do anything else so exciting, you know, to report to you guys, you know, because I got to report my day-to-day activities as a white person, what it's like to be white. So I had a great time in Bend, and everybody was so white and so beautiful and so healthy and happy. Oh, I just love being outside the major city. So anyway, so I'm packing up my crap to get out. It's just a long process, you guys. I have a 4-bedroom house. It is a lot to get rid of, and what have I been doing? Gosh, over the summer I didn't tell you I was going to make this plan over the summer, but I had a garage sale, getting rid of stuff, take carloads of crap to donation, and that's about it. You know, I even put stuff on Craigslist to give it away. So I'm working on it. I'm getting close. So I'm really thinking about going to Virginia on the 20th. I'm not sure if that's, you know, like how it's all the way on the other side of the country. That's like a 4 or 5 day drive. And I can't bring my guns on an airplane because I'm not going to go unarmed. And then I'd hate to have to rent a car. I'm just so expensive to rent. I don't know. But it'll be exciting. I think I might go. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can get myself organized fast enough to get there on time. All right, internet friends, thank you so much for listening to my drama. I appreciate it. I look forward to your comments below.